Outdoor swings can be a ton of fun. There's nothing quite as cool as having a tire or seat swing out in your yard hanging from a tree. It's that quintessential American classic thing that everyone loves to see and use. Today, in this video, you're going to learn how to install one of these in your yard. Now, this particular swing is one that we're actually replacing. The previous swing was installed in this tree about 10 years ago and has been hanging out there for that entire time. You can see in these photos that it's looking a little worn and dirty. With a swing like this, or really any swing, climbing rope, or rope that you depend on, it is critical that regular inspection occur in order to make sure that the rope and attachments are in good condition for safe use. No matter if it's indoors or outdoors, this is really important. Upon inspection of this one, we saw that the rope at the top was starting to show indications of it not being safe to use. In fact, I linked below a very important video to watch about inspecting ropes just like this. It's how critical it is. I'd recommend that you check it out. This photo is a close-up of the actual rope that was spliced and installed in that tree. Even though the splice part is green with some light moss growth, the splice is still perfect. It's just the top part that was bad, and that's the part that's hard to see from the ground, so I'm glad we got it. In any case, it's better to be safe than sorry, so we're going to replace this whole rope section with new rope. We're going to be using the exact same rope that was up here before, which is 1-inch diameter, 3-strand nylon, which is perfect for this type of swing. As you can see here, we're using ropes to gain access to this branch. Since we are in the rope business, we have access to and know how to use arborist climbing rope to climb up this tree. If you don't know how to do this, then you might want to consider hiring an arborist to climb and install it for you. As an alternative, you can always use a ladder. As long as you're doing it in a safe manner, it really doesn't matter. It accomplishes the same thing, getting to the top of that branch. So installing a swing like this is really pretty easy. We do get asked frequently how to hang a swing like this on a tree, and you can see here how we do it. Basically, if you have a splice put on one end of the rope, all you need to do is pass the tail end of the rope through the splice and cinch it down over the tree branch, kind of like a big yo-yo string. It's that easy. You don't have to worry about the rope cutting into the tree or hurting the bark and cambium of the tree. This photo here shows where the previous swing was, and the bark of the tree is still in very good shape. It's a little discolored, but that's about 10 years of use right there in that photo. The key thing to keep in mind is to allocate enough rope to pass around the circumference of the tree. Sometimes people forget this and they end up with a rope that's a little short. So allocate in that extra space and maybe a little bit more. It's always better to trim off a little bit at the bottom than to have a rope that's too short that you can't use. For us, we decided to go a little fancy here and have the rope spliced to a steel ring and then branch off into 3 other ropes to this tire so it could hang horizontally. It's pretty cool and it works quite well. Basically, you can see the idea of what we have here. The rope comes down from the tree, and at each of the 3 legs, the rope goes through pre-drilled holes in the tire. At that point, we just tie overhand knots to hold up the tire. That's all that's needed. With this tire, we threw some large flat washers just above the knot to maybe prevent some wear and tear on the knot. Probably isn't needed, but the last one had that, so we just kept them on there. It's pretty unlikely that you'll get all the knots at exactly the same spot. One side will probably be higher or lower than what you need. You can see on this one how it's a little low on one side, so to fix that, all you need to do is add in or take out a little rope on the knot until everything is level and exactly at the height that you want. Once you think you have it, it's time for some fun. Throw some weight on there, hop on the swing, swing around a little bit. That will seat all the knots, and you can double check to make sure it's precisely where it needs to be. After that, you're all done. So that's it in a nutshell. Hopefully this quick video helped a bit. As always, if you have questions, feel free to contact us here at Knot and Rope Supply, and we would be happy to assist. Thanks for watching.